Sisters have any questions?
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Why is the Idda period after the death of a husband is longer than the Idda period after the divorce?
Sister has the question that why is the Idda period after the death of a husband longer as compared to the Idda period after the divorce? In both the Idda, as the Quran says in Surah Baqarah chapter number 2, verse number 228, that when you divorce your wife, there is a Idda period of 3 menstrual cycle or 3 monthly periods. But when a person dies, the Quran says that after your husband expires, the Idda period is for 4 months, 10 days. So the Idda period after a husband expires is 1 month, 10 days longer. For divorce, it's 3 months. For after death, it's 4 months, 10 days. Why? The reason the Idda period is there, the various reasons. One of the major reasons after divorce that the Idda period is there to come to know whether the wife is carrying the child of the husband. So if during the Idda period, there are various reasons. One reason is it's more for preliminary test, as I said. That can the husband or wife stay away from each other? So it's a temporary period. In 2 weeks you come to know, I thought we got angry with my wife because she doesn't iron my clothes. And I felt that let's stay away. And now I realize in 2 weeks' time, I'm in a more difficult situation. Let's patch up. Let's reconciliate. Or the wife may think I'm getting angry, that my husband gives me less time. You only give me 5 hours a day. And now in 2 weeks, I realize that even if you give me 2 hours, no problem. Something is better than nothing. So they can patch up. So various reasons are there. But one of the other reasons is that to come to know whether the wife is carrying the child of the husband. So if she's carrying, it extends, the Idda period extends till the time of delivery. And furthermore, no one should allege that if they part, and in 3 months' time, you can easily come to know without doing any medical test that is she carrying a child or not. In the olden days, there were no examination like what we have. Ultrasonography, amniocentesis, various pregnancy tests. Amniocentesis for sex determination. You don't have the pregnancy test like we have today. But pregnancy is not the only reason. But at that time, 3 months is sufficient to come to know whether the woman is carrying the child of the husband or not. Pregnancy is not the only criteria, one of the important criteria. Besides that, as I said, that can you stay away, etc., it's a preliminary period. But in case of the death of a husband, when divorce takes place, everything is planned. Planned means divorce doesn't take place suddenly. First, there's mutual consultation between husband and wife, if you go according to the correct sunnah. If you go to the wrong bidah style, talaq, then it may take place in a second. You get angry and you start, which is not Islamic at all. It's talaq-e-bidat, as I discussed last time. If you go to the Islamic procedure of talaq, first there's mutual consultation between husband and wife. Then if it cannot be solved, then you appoint an arbiter. Then you wait. Then normally divorce takes place. It takes weeks and months, sometimes even a year. So it is planned and you know something is going on. And then there is Idda period for 3 months. Compared to in a case of a husband dying, most of the time it's sudden death. Maybe an accident, maybe has a disease. Some rare cases he is terminally ill and he's dying slowly, but the chance is less. So most of the time in death, you don't expect your husband to die. So here the wife is in a state of mental shock. So besides coming to know whether she's carrying a child in which 3 months is sufficient, so no one lays an allegation on her that she has illicit sex, na'uz with some man, and after the husband has died, she's carrying a child of someone else. So in that period is a period to know whether she's carrying the child, one of the reasons. But why is it 1 month, 10 days more? Because when the woman undergoes a sudden loss or shock that she does not have a husband, this time is given for her to settle down. That's the reason during the Idda she cannot make any contract to marry someone else. And if she makes it, it's not valid. After the Idda is over, because maybe she's in a state of shock and someone says, I want to marry, she says she's not secured, she's very scared, and she may agree to marry someone who's not good also. So the Idda period is extended. So 4 months, 10 days is sufficient to let the mental shock come down, for the woman to come in normal state, so that she can take the decision to remarry. So it's a longer Idda, longer waiting period, and she can take a much wiser decision, whether she has to marry again, who she chooses, etc. That's the reason for the Idda after death of husband is longer as compared to divorce. Hope that answers the question, sister. Any other gents have any questions? Any brothers?